Hello YouTube, Ronan Kazi. Boy, did I screw this one up this time. So, I'm still screwing it up. I apologize, YouTube. So, I have Tina's Wonderful World. I'm making a new character. This is the first time I'm playing the game. I was so excited to play it. I put the picture for the game on a different video and sent the video out. Must have been confusing. Trying to decide which one of these skills I'm going to use or which type of person I'm going to be. And I can't make up my decision. I eventually go with whatever I go with. We'll see it when I get out there. This is a pretty interesting game because it's like a meta game of you're playing D&D type of role-playing game, and you're a character in the game, and your character is the character in the game. So I thought it was pretty, I hate to say this, cute's kind of not the right word, but it's the word I'm going to use. And I was pretty excited when I was starting to play because it looked pretty good and it just kind of appealed to me. Right off the bat, one of the things is I'm playing a lot of different games, so there's a lot of different controls, and I've never been one of those people that change the controls of a game to, you know, I always set it up the same way. I'm not that kind of person. I kind of go with each game and play it in the way that the developers did. This has a different melee button to melee, so you have two guns, and it's kind of cool about this. You have guns in a world where you shouldn't have guns. So you start off with a little bit of a tutorial. And even though they give you tutorial, the fact that there's a different button for a melee weapon is kind of hard for me to remember. Gearbox is the company that made Borderlands. And Borderlands was a pretty good game. I liked that and played that with my sons a little bit back in the day. So it has that shader graphics feel about it. And the gameplay is I've been telling you about role-playing games. I like playing role-playing games. So it's similar to that. So I thought, okay, I haven't really explored if there's any type of, multiplayer playing it yet. I'm just trying to feel it out. And so a lot of these, this is a game that's removing the fourth wall. You're kind of like inside the inside joke. So I think that's pretty cool. Could it get old? It might. The loot system's a little bit different. I don't know how to get rid of loot. I haven't found a place to sell it yet. But some of the humor is pretty good. Dogs are quiet. I gave him like a bone treat. First time Caesar had it, he unwrapped the bone somehow and ate it like a, what were those? Fruit roll. That's what it looked like. Now he just swallowed it. Like he bit it twice and then just ate it. And so he's looking at Roxy. Roxy takes it and puts it in her cage, and then she sits ass out and eats it while Caesar and Macy wait. So she just left eating it, and Caesar went and sniffed for some scraps. Those are dogs in my house, for those of you that don't know. When I first started recording the videos, the dogs were really loud all the time. So I also got a new computer, and I put 64 gig of RAM in it, and that might seem excessive, but I'm pretty happy that I did that. I'm going to do a review on it. It's my daily driver now. It's been, for like a week. So I've been making some mistakes also. I normally use Xbox Game Bar to record things, and that effed up royally during a very pivotal... I'm with YouTubers doing Destiny 2, and it just shit the bed. So I installed OBS. I recorded a bunch of videos this morning with OBS, but it was recording in 1920 by 1080, but then downsizing it to 1280 by 720. So you'll have some videos that maybe they'll look okay. I put them up to 1920, but God only knows how they're going to turn out. Comparing a game like this to, and it's not a fair comparison, but I played both of them today, to Elden Ring. What's nice is kind of leads around. I'm at a point in Elden Ring where I'm leveling up and I'm at a good level, but I don't know where to go next. So that's kind of a thing. And I don't know if I need to stay in the area and level up even more.
Now's the time I was talking about. It's crouching time. A true fate maker knows when to stand tall and when to crouch. Now's the time I was talking about. It's crouching time.
Yeah, work them sweet glutes. And if you get a running start and crouch, you'll slide around like a cool action.
And so I really enjoyed this Tina game to start off. So I'm really happy. It's something different. It's also not one of those games where you get penalized for making mistakes. You're going to enjoy the game and go through it. Looked like it had a lot of DLC. I don't know if I'll buy the DLC. I'm just going to play the game to start off, and I'll see what kind of multiplayer stuff it has. Another thing to consider when you're playing games is the availability of ammo. So when you played the Division, the first Division, that was always a thing. It seemed like you never had enough ammo, and they constantly had to redo the game to make it where you have enough ammo through things. And I think the original idea of the game was to be more of a survival kind of also game. And I think when you mix those metaphors, you can't make anyone happy. Now, they had a mode in that where you had a survival mode, which was fantastic. But it was also a disjuncted part of the game. And it got you closer to the idea of maybe how they originally wanted the game. And I imagine that's frustrating when you have an idea and you design something, you have a certain vision for it, and then it turns out different. That can be frustrating. I think if you watch some of these videos, that's usually what I'm talking about, is some type of things. Maybe about gameplay, maybe about life, or, I think I told a story about, you have a vision of something that turns out different. And so how that can be frustrating for you and the people that have to deal with you as you're trying to get your vision out on the road.
Old and weathered, but still capable of shooting skulls off necks from 20 paces.
Wait, there's guns in fantasy?
It's a Tina's fantasy, baby!
This skin reminds me of Granny. Old and weathered, but still capable of shooting skulls off necks from 20 paces.
Wait, there's guns in fantasy?
So this is where Tina lets guns be in the fantasy game. A little steampunky, and then when you get later, they seem okay.
If I was sealing away the Dragon Lord, it would be in an inconspicuous ruin.
A dark and ancient castle lurks lurkingly.
If I was sealing away the Dragon Lord, it would be in an inconspicuous ruin, such as that castle over there.
So I'm sorry I'm not commenting a lot, but I also am, you know, it's the first time I'm in the game. I really don't know what to think, and I don't know what to expect. So that's kind of, I'm trying to give that sense of that to you as well. I don't know how much falling damage there is, so I go, well, maybe I gotta make sure I'm not too far. And then eventually I just decide what sometimes when I'm near mountains, I try to slide down them or run into the mountain. And sometimes the game will let you kind of go slow down as you're running in the opposite way. I just don't think free diving is going to work here, but you'll see what I do here, and it works okay. It's just a game.
Go break some bones, snake maker.
So it's pretty satisfying. The gun works pretty good. And this technique, right, as a gamer, this is called strafing. This is just the fundamental. This is a part of every single gaming. When you're a ranged person, you're always doing this strafing. And one thing, when you are a ranged damage person with a weapon, you want to start learning how to get headshots. And so when I've tried to get headshots, I try to level my gun on the level of the heads, and then I'm strafing left and right, not really up and down. I try to keep the aim straight, but I'll just go left and right to get the heads. Is one possibility to do it. And I played games with people that they were really great. You know, they were just headshotting all the time. And I think sometimes in TikTok, you'll see people they'll do like a no scope headshot. That's where you're looking at them in this way and you just put the gun up and then get a headshot. I sometimes doubt how real that is. I've seen my son do it, but not at the level of some of these people. Maybe they're that good. I don't know. But obviously, I'm not going to play in a game like that because I can't do it. So I'm the cannon fodder that gets shot a million times in the head. As usual, I can't jump. And a lot of games have different. Destiny 2 has a lot of jumping puzzles. And not jumping puzzles, but you jump across things. And so the fact that you can jump and then you get a boost when you jump, that's hard for me to figure out. In Void class, there's a blink mode. I'm more used to that type of jumping. And with Strand, one of your skills is that you can pull yourself like Spider-Man to things. And I kind of use that as a travel skill as well. So far, liking the game. This is still obviously some type of tutorial. I just recorded the second one of these today. So again, I kind of screwed up. I thought this was the video I had published. I had really published a Destiny 2 video, so I'm racing right now to put the words on this, and I'll crank it up and put it out tonight as well. This is like Friday. This was going to be a Saturday video, but I had the day off at work. I did a little lunchtime short.
We're ruined. All is lost.
Very heroic. Tina, can we blow up the rocks?
Uh-oh, a rock slide
And you may say I'm being overly cautious. I don't know what the death penalty is in this. I don't know where it's going to go. So I'm a little bit slower in just going out and just rushing through it. As I understand the game more, I'll do more.
Hear the roar of raging fire and the clackety clackety of bones. You gotta.
We're here to save the village. Victory! I never
I
lost.
also changed my setup a little bit. I used to hold my phone in my hand and talk to my hand, so you might have heard me get further and closer to the mic. Now I'm sitting. I'm eventually gonna,
We're here to avenge
God
the
forbid,
village.
sorry everyone in advance, I'm gonna probably take a video of me talking in the games and put that, you know, you've seen those things where there's like a little picture-in-picture thing of the person. I'm gonna probably do that. You know, I really started in the Division, and I thought I'd do a bunch of stuff in the Division. And I realized there's a lot of people with a lot of channel and content already in the Division. But as I play the Division a lot, it's certainly not more than other people, I just realized a lot of the builds and those kind of things are really superfluous. Now, I understand the loot shooter, part of the reason to get loot, but you know, in the Division at this point where I am, I'm getting loot for the sake of loot. And what's going to happen here is the same thing. I'm getting a bunch of loot that I'll never use.
Work this out so we all walk away. Preferably for me, walking away rich.
But if the loot is used as in crafting as a basis for crafting, then I understand that. That's kind of like the expertise system in the Division 2. But I did a video, I do videos where I compare things sometimes, and then what I realize is it doesn't really matter. The fact that this shooting isn't good or bad because of the weapon, it's good or bad because of me.
An extra powerful skeleton arises.
Because this is a game where you have to aim and shoot things. There's some games like World of Warcraft that are tab-based shooters. And what's important about those games is it's not so much that you hit the person, it's that what skills you're using to hit the person. So there's like a different puzzle to solve. And see, at this point, I've forgotten how to use my melee weapon. And when I'm away from the game a day, I really forget to use it. But I will tell you this, after making this video, I thought about this game and I wanted to play it some more. And I don't know what action skill unlocked means. So you're stuck reading it with me. And so part of the problem for me is I don't want to read about all this. I want the system to be intuitive, that I just use it. And so I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. And one of the reasons I took Graveborn is they have, you know, they can use their health to inflict more damage on other people. So I'm not there yet. But in all the games I play, I like to use some type of I damage you and get health back. And I'm hoping that that's what this class is going to do. Otherwise, this character might be in the re-roll pile. So I want to apologize and thank you. If you were expecting this video at 4:30 today, I apologize. I screwed that up. I just kicked that wide right. And so I appreciate that you probably commented, the 11 people that saw the video probably commented and said WTF. Comment, like, share.
Might as well save her peasant ass.
And I was like, peasant ass. And that's what I thought was pretty funny about the game. So that kind of drew me in the last little thing. Still trying to figure out what's going on. That's Roxy. Hey, knock it off. Now they're chewing on chew toys. They fight over those. There's 3 of them now, so you'd think they wouldn't fight. So I'm looking at this peasant-ass peasant. So this is kind of funny.
Thank you for saving my peasant-ass stranger. How can I ever repay you?
As much as it kills me to refuse payment, I'm afraid I'm on an
Thank
urgent
you for
quest to prevent
saving
the
my
return of the
peasant-ass
Dragonlord.
stranger. How can I ever repay you? Peacemaker! I
As
knew the
much
queen would
as it
send us a
kills me
hero.
to refuse
The tomb is
payment,
in the crypt below Castle
I'm
Herefast.
afraid I'm on
You
an
must
urgent
hurry
quest to
before his
prevent the
minions
return of
find
the
it.
Dragonlord.
The tomb is
You're
inside a crypt.
Peacemaker! I knew the
perfect
queen would send us a
hiding place.
hero. The tomb is in the crypt below Castle Herefast. You must hurry before his minions find it.
So I'll see you soon, YouTube. Enjoy Tina's.
Killing me.
Perfect hiding
Talk to you again soon.